Shalom guys, and I hope that you are all blessed. In today's video, as the title suggests, will be all about 4C textured hair. It will answer questions such as what is 4C hair, and we will discuss some facts and even some misconceptions surrounding natural hair. If you're interested in this and more, keep watching. What is 4C hair, or how do you identify 4C hair? This hair texture is one that has a C-like pattern, but is more tightly coiled than what is known as the 4B hair texture. In its natural, unadulterated form, which means that the hair is freshly washed and has no products in it, it does not have a defined curl pattern. This texture gains its definition either by twisting, braiding, or singling through strands. A simple and unconventional way that I personally utilize to identify 4C hair is by comparing the hair to the canopy of woody trees or cotton candy. This method is used especially when there is no physical contact, when I don't have physical contact with the hair. If it's close in resemblance or identical to the canopy of woody trees or cotton candy, then it's highly likely that this texture is 4C. With the addition of products such as chemical relaxers or manipulation through heat by way of dryers and pressing combs, 4C hair can be transformed to type 1 hair, the latter being temporary as long as the hair did not experience any sort of heat damage. So, shrinkage. This is a phenomenon that describes the loss of inches of our natural hair. This occurs when our hair is at its best, super moisturized with healthy elasticity. Elasticity is actually a huge indicator that our hair is healthy and is what gives our hair the ability to withhold stress and manipulation. Many 4C naturals have shrinkage of up to 70% or more of their natural hair length. While some naturals embrace this, others try to avoid it as much as possible because it hides the real length of their hair. Styles such as twist outs, buns, braids, and threading are all used by naturals to combat shrinkage. Tangling of the hair may occur during shrinkage, and if not handled correctly, can cause unnecessary hair loss. So, why doesn't all 4C hair look alike? Well, differences within this hair texture can be credited to quite a few factors, some of which includes porosity, density, and hair size or width. Porosity speaks of your hair's ability to absorb and retain moisture. This is as a result of the physical properties of the outer hair layer or the cuticle. Your hair is likely to fall into 3 various levels of porosity. It can be low, medium, or high porosity. Low porosity hair repels moisture and it is hard to process since it resists penetration of chemicals. 2 other characteristics of this level of porosity is that the hair usually experiences product buildup and it is very shiny. Medium porosity hair requires the least amount of maintenance and it may be able to hold styles and moisture very well. High porosity hair is the complete opposite. It absorbs and loses moisture quickly, it is prone to frizzing, tangling, and breakage, and has the least amount of sheen. Let's move on to hair density. This refers to the amount of strands on your head or how closely your strands are packed together. This gives insight into how thick or thin your hairs are collectively. High density hair is hair that is considered to be thick and a scalp is difficult or impossible to be seen in its natural, dry, unstyled state. Low density hair, on the other hand, is hair that is thin and you can tell if it's low density if the scalp is easily seen. Now, let's look a little into hair strand size or width. This refers to the size of a single strand of hair, of which there are three levels: coarse, medium, and fine. Coarse hair is hair that is the largest in width and it is the strongest. Medium is where your hair is just in the middle. It is usually strong and it usually experiences good length retention. Fine hair, on the other hand, is usually fragile and it is prone to damage. So, although you may be a 4C natural, you might notice that your hair does not look identical to other 4C naturals, and that is as a result of the factors that we just discussed. Now, one of the most popularly asked questions by 4C naturals is, what are the best products for 4C textured hair? And the truth be told, I don't think that there's a miracle product, and I have not yet found a miracle product that is adapted for all type 4C textured hair. As we learned earlier, 4C hair has a variety of differences within that one texture, and as such, a product that works for one type 4C natural may not necessarily work for another. I am of the belief that products should not be selected primarily on texture, but on the factors that were mentioned earlier, which includes porosity, density, and so on. Knowing these details will definitely help in selecting a product that works best for the variables that your hair experiences. How fast will my hair grow as a 4C natural? According to the American Academy of Dermatology, hair grows approximately half an inch per month on average. That's a grand total of approximately 6 inches per year across the board for all hair types. How fast your hair grows, however, will depend on a variety of factors, which includes but is not limited to age, overall health, medical conditions, genetics, diet, hair damage, and the specifics of your hair type, which would include factors that were discussed in the previous question. Now, this might sound a bit strange, but be patient with your crown and develop a close relationship with it. Listen to your hair speak, and you'll be able to respond in an appropriate manner. Ensure that you are aware of its limits and don't push your hair past them. And if you do, you can always grow it back. I must say that I have observed that the natural 4C hair community has grown tremendously over the last few years, and I'm very happy that not only are we able to have representation of ourselves, but we now have individuals who are teaching us how to comb our hair, which products to use, and just a wealth of knowledge that is now available to us. I wanted to say a shout out to all of the 4C natural channels, all the 4C naturals that are out there creating content. Thank you very much. And thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, and if you're interested in seeing similar content, please remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you'll always be notified when I upload. Do stay blessed.